Okay, so let's go into the question now. All right, let's look into last week's question first. So today we have quite a number of questions to do. Last week 5 questions haven't do, and this week got 10 questions. So total got 15 questions. Okay, so let's try to go through it quickly. Let's go. Okay, so last week we have this question. All right, it's called making the subject, which is a Sec 2 question. All right, making the subject is a Sec 2 question. So remember this. Is given that Q is equal to the square root of R minus 5P over 3P. I want to try to get rid of the square root. So remember what is the neutralizing effect? All right, you try to neutralize it. You try to square both sides. You try to square both sides. So Q times Q is Q squared is equal to R minus 5P over 3P. Yeah, I don't like fractions there. Yep, I also don't like. So remember that this Q squared is Q squared over 1. You can actually do a what? You can actually do a cross multiplication. As you can see, I always put on my safety bracket, all right, so that I remind myself that they are together. One. All right, let me just admit one of the student in first. Okay, so after I cross multiply, right, I will get something like this. R minus 5P times 1 is R minus 5P. 3P times Q squared is 3P Q squared. Is that okay, children? All right. So I want to make R the subject. I want to make R the subject. So R, I'm trying to isolate it. Minus 5P I bring across is a plus 5P. All right. So your 3P Q squared is here. All right. So that will be your answer. Children, are you following? Can, right? All right. So not too tough, right? Okay, huh? All right, so that is the first part of the answer. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm so silly. They asked me to substitute. I even find R the subject for what? I'm so silly. My goodness, never read the question. Sorry, children. Sorry, children. Okay, so now I can use this. I can use this to help me. Never mind. All right, the P is 2. Yeah, so embarrassing. I was just telling you guys don't make careless mistake and to be careful. Oh, luckily I stopped, man. All right, press your calculator. So bad me. Okay, come. 3 bracket 2 close bracket. Open bracket 3 squared plus 5 bracket 2. All right, that will give you a 64. Oh, luckily. All right, you can do it like that also. Chair, they want to make P the subject lah, not Q lah. All right. I own self thought my own self happy. Okay, come. So how to make P the subject? So I have Q is equal to this. I'll start from the original. All right. I did so much extra step. All right. How do you neutralize it? Same thing. You need to square both sides. All right. To get rid of the square. So Q squared is equal to R minus 5P over 3P. All right. Same thing. I don't like fraction. I do a cross multiplication. Down here, be safe. Cross. You can. Let me do this direction instead. All right. So we have 3P times Q is 3P Q squared. Is equal to R minus 5P. Okay, better already. Okay, so I want to bring what? I want to bring all my P to one side. So 3P Q squared is here. I purposely bring the minus across to give you a plus 5P. Are you still with me? This is a R. Then down here, many of you forget this step. Please remember, you need to learn to factorize. Many of you forget this step. You need to learn to factorize. Factorize means you have to take out the common term. All right, you suck out the common term, which is the common P. You're left with 3Q squared plus 5 is equal to R. Then down here in the center is a times. Times if you bring across, right, is a divide. All right, so your P will be left down here. Times you bring across will be divide. Your R will be here. R divided by 3Q squared plus 5. Can you see that? And that will be your answer. That is called making P the subject. Is that okay, children? Right. Okay. This seems better, right? Okay, my fault. All right. Okay, so moving forward, question 6 is done. Let's go into a little bit of question 7, all right, where we talk about some similar triangles. So again, right, children, question 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, this portion is from last week's worksheet. It's from last week's worksheet. All right, later then we complete today's worksheet. All right, so today I might overshot a bit. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so in the figure, right, QR is parallel to XY. Okay, I think got similar triangle. XY is 12, QR is 27, MR is 15. All right, QX is 8. Find XM, giving the answer to 2 decimal place. Okay, ready? Where's XM? XM is down here. Oh, can you see something? All right, so I can see certain kind of a similar triangle already. All right, so because these two are parallel, right? Because these two are parallel, can you see the Z rule? All right, can you see that this is also equal to this? And can you see that this one is vertically opposite angle? Yeah. So children, my advice to you, right? My advice to you is to draw them out. All right, draw them out. Even though the question never says similar, but I know that it's similar because I can see. So I purposely draw them out. So this is like the big version. This is like the big version. This is like the smaller version. So down here, right, I will put the alphabet as M, Q, R. M and M is the same down here. Q is equal to Y. Q is equal to Y, so Y must be here. And R is equal to X, so X must be here. All right, so children, can you see? I purposely draw. All right, I purposely draw out. All right, because I scared I cannot see. All right, so usually I'll just draw out in order to understand. So QR is 27 down here. XY is 12 down here. And down here, the 15 is who? MR is 15. MR down here is 15. Can you see that? Yeah. And the question is looking for MX. Woo! Beautiful. So you can do something called comparing similar triangle. Can you see that, children? Do you find exciting? Do you find it exciting? Huh? All right. So you say what? You say what? You can actually do your comparison, which is what? You compare 12 versus 27 is equal to MX or XM over 15. All right, then you do a cross multiplication. So once you draw, it's very, very clear. All right. So XM is equal to 15 times 12 over 27, which is equal to, press your calculator. 15 times 12 divided by 27. Answer is 6 and 2/3. All right. Oh, but the question one is 2dp. Okay, so this is actually 6.666666, right? All right, 2dp, 6.67 centimeter. All right, 2dp. Is that okay? Okay, so they want it in 2dp, we just give it to 2dp. Next is px. Px is where? Oh, px is on top here. How? Px is here. Any idea? Again, this topic is about similar triangle, right? Can you see not? This top triangle, right? Small one versus the whole thing is similar also, right? Okay, so I draw another set of similar triangle. Small versus big. All right, small versus big. So again, you have to find a similar triangle, children. All right, so this is like 90, down here is like 90, down here is 90. This is PXY. Even though the question never give you, right, you must be able to see. This is PQR. QR down here is 27. XY is 12. PX, I don't know. I don't know. Can I call this X? And PQ, right? PQ is given as what? Children, can you see or not? Down here got this 8, right? So it's actually X plus 8. Can you see or not? It's not times 8. X plus 8. What do you see again? Comparing similar triangle. Can you see, children? All right, so you have to find your own triangle to compare. All right. Let me let Sherman in first. So you compare small versus big. I compare 12 versus 27 is equal to what? X versus X plus 8. Do you see that? Do you see that? Small versus big. All right, so I always compare small versus big. That will give me a proper fraction in a way. So down here, what do you see? This is together one, right? I do a cross multiplication. All right, single fraction, cross multiply. 27 times x is 27x equal to 12x plus 8. All right, 27x is equal to, expand, 12x plus 12 times 8. All right, is equal to 96. Bring the x to one side, 27 minus the 12 is equal to 15x. 15x equal to 96. All right, and the last step will be what? X is equal to 96 divided by 15. Okay, answer will be what? 96 divided by 15. Answer will be 6.4. 6.4 cm. Oh, that's how you do it. Children, is that okay? All right, hey, Sherman, this is from last week's worksheet. Last week, we didn't manage to finish, all right, because I was doing some extra question from the students. All right, this is from last week. All right, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And after that, we continue with this week. And this week will be the kind of the last lesson, all right, there will be a 2 weeks break. It's not a last lesson, there will be a 2 weeks break. So after the next 2 weeks, right, after the next 2 weeks, right, when you come back on the 24th of October, if you come back on the 24th of October, we'll be doing questions relating to practical math. All right, things like simple interest, hired purchase, income tax, exchange rates, and all this. All right, so if you can, right, do remember to come back for lessons on the 24th of October. All right, we'll be doing all these practical math kind of question. Can? All right. So question 7 is done. Next is question 8. Let's go. Polygon, huh? Polygon is Sec 2? Nope, Polygon is Sec 1, but Sec 1 thing is tested. All right, Sec 1 word is tested. A regular polygon has n sides. The size of each interior angle is 7 times the size of each exterior. Okay, down here, you must know what's happening. All right, so it's like 1 interior angle. All right, versus what? Versus 1 exterior angle. What did the question say? Oh, interior angle is 7 times, you know. That means what? Yeah, watch your draw model. Yeah, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 times. All right. And children, do you remember one thing? One very important rule for polygon. 1 interior angle plus 1 exterior angle, right? The total is actually equal to 180. Do you know that? All right, 1 interior and 1 exterior is 180. So how many units do you see here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 units, right, is equal to 180. All right, so this is one of the formula you need to remember. All right, 1 interior angle plus 1 exterior angle is equal to 180. All right, remember that. So 180 divided by 8 is equal to 22.5. 22.5. Can? So calculate the size of each exterior angle. So you're talking about 1 unit, right? Down here. So 1 unit is 22.5 degrees. That's the answer. All right. So once you can find 1 exterior angle, right, there's another formula that you need to remember. This is Burn's favorite formula. Burn's favorite. All right. Which is what? Sum of exterior angle in any polygon is equal to 360. Any. So if one of them is 22.5, 360 degrees divide, because all the exterior angle must add up to 360. All right, all the exterior angle must add up to 360. All right, and if one of them is 22.5, how many exterior angles are there? We are talking about 16. We are talking about 16 exterior angle. If there are 60 exterior angle, means they got 16 sides lah. You understand or not? And that's how you find it, lor. All right, that's why this formula is my favorite. Don't have to think one. And just to let you know, the third formula which you need to know, all right, all these is all the star is formulas, all right, is sum of interior angles in polygon. All right, so this one is the one which is what? N minus 2 times 180. Remember this? So these are the 3 formula here, here, and here. Okay, so just give you a quick revision. Just hopefully you can remind yourself. Is that okay? Okay, so question 8 done. Okay, question 9, let's go. The figure below shows a plot of land A, B, C, D. Okay, what kind of shape is this? Find the length of fencing required to fence up the land